Thank you, Mr. President. Earlier in this year, the Senate worked together on trying to change the way we appropriate money here in Congress. One of the big showdowns that we had earlier in the year with the new majority was a discussion of earmarks and how we would disclose them and be more transparent to the American people. We worked hard. I introduced an amendment that would provide disclosure at the committee level, ask that committees put any earmarks on the Internet and tell who offered the earmark, what it goes for, to make sure there's no conflict of interest. Originally, the majority tried to table that motion, but once we worked together on language and worked out every detail, that amendment passed 98-0. It was unanimous that we should stop the way we're earmarking today and use common sense disclosure rules for America to know how we're spending their money. Unfortunately, that amendment, as part of the lobbying reform, ethics reform bill, has gone to conference with the House, who apparently is not going to act on it at all. And my proposal has been that we take what we've passed in the Senate and to pass it. We are beginning the appropriation process again. And unless we impose these rules on ourselves that we all agreed on, we're going to go through the same thing we did last year, where we put all these bills together and thousands of earmarks, and then at the end of the year, some of us are going to be forced to try to stop the whole process, which hopefully we won't do. So what I would like to do today, fixing this problem, is taking the amendment that we have passed unanimously before and bring it up and pass it here in the Senate as a Senate rule, so that we would operate under the rules that we've all agreed to during this appropriations season. The resolution number is 123, so fixing the current appropriation problem and earmark problem is as easy as 123. So, Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent that the Rules Committee be discharged from further consideration and the Senate now proceed to Senate Resolution 123. Further, that the resolution be agreed to and the motion to be reconsidered, to reconsider be laid upon the table.
Is there objection?
Mr. President,
Senator from New Jersey.
I believe there's an appropriate process to consider the senator's request, but at this time I would object.
Objection is heard.
Mr. President, if I could just, I'm certainly say I'm very disappointed. This is something we've agreed to. We've worked out the language with the majority, and this certainly we should be operating under the rules that we've agreed to during this appropriation season. So I just, it's very unfortunate. I am very disappointed. I guess I have no choice if the majority is going to object. And I yield back and note the absence